Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. Today's Sunday, September 12th. Currently, it's 57 degrees. High today is going to be a little warmer at 86. No chance of rain. 93% humidity right now. No wind, and air quality 64. That's moderate. Hope everybody's doing good. I almost can't get going again. Too many aches and pains in the mornings. How's the spider plant doing this morning? Looks good. Ooh, I don't want that thing to, I don't want that alarm to go off. See if everybody got some. I think they'll be all right for right now. It's turning yellow. Got some little flowers on this one. You can smack them around a little bit like this if you don't use a electric toothbrush. I used to flip them just like that. Most all the turnips have come up. I just gotta thin them like I did right over here. It's a pain staying squatted down trying to do that. Literally a pain. The more I squat down and stuff, especially my left knee, it'll swell up and hurt for days. Swiss charge just kind of sporadically coming up. I don't know why. Doesn't look like there's going to be that many of them if this keeps up. Of course, this is what they look like. But I don't see too many of them. Not yet. I hope they keep coming up. This is a mustard, I believe. It's all about come up already. And a lot of this kale has too. All these kind of look the same when they're little, if you notice. We need to make our pickles because some of these are getting pretty big out here. That one could stand to get a little bit bigger around. There's still more growing on it though. It's Comet Suna. It kind of looks the same as the other ones too when they're little. Okay, where is it? There's a little bit. There's one little. They look like they just look like grass. There's one. Hope more than that comes up. They just take a long time, I guess. There's one right there. Well, we'll see. We'll See what happens. I got some okra that looks like it's ready. I'm about to get enough to do something with. Well, at least the groundhog hadn't been in here today so far. I put these closer together, these little trellis things. Well, look at all these here coming out. Neapolitans, they're real good. They're pretty much like a banana pepper. There's another big Bertha. There's one there. And there's several on this one. Uh-oh. Let's see if this one's about ready to. Leave it on there for a little while longer. It's not all the way red. Looks like these are turning. And there. Several nice ones down here. These are growing pretty fast. Down in here. More okra. There's a nice one over there. Well, you can see some of the lettuce coming up now. See it? Yep. Starting to come up. Okay, you can see how these kind of get lanky a little bit. They're starting to. For a little tall, what you have to do is just, you have to push some of the dirt up against them once they get too tall. I'll be doing that as they grow. A lot of them's come up. I hope there's some more going to come up. There's a lot more than that planted. This one's dead. I don't know if something pulled it up or what. Looking pretty good. Feels good out here. Just very few flowers, buds on this. That's what they'll look like, I'm sure. There might be two different colors out here. I see a darker color one. Right there. I love these white ones. Oh, there's one of our bee friends. I guess I scared it. Hi. That's okay. I'm not going to bother you. I'm surprised it's out here this early. Boy, they're big. I'm not going to mess with it, though. Leave it alone. I wish there was more of them. I don't understand why there's not that many now. Last year, once those and those out at the rock bloom, they love those flowers. If there's any bees around, they should be, on the flowers a lot. Can't see those too good. I could have left some of those tomatoes growing, but I needed the room for my turnips and things, and the Swiss chard and stuff. But they wouldn't have really. They had a few little tomatoes on them, but they would grow really slow once it starts to get cooler. And they were just taking up my space, and we really wouldn't have got anything much out of it. So just made the decision to pull them up. And watch it, that thing will go off. An alarm. I really think, I know it hadn't been in here that I could hear it, the groundhog, and I asked my brother, I texted him to ask him if he's got a live trap. I really can't afford to get one right now because of having to get an AC unit and a washer. But I know he did have some, but I don't know if they're big enough for a groundhog. So I'd like to trap it and take it somewhere and let it out in a nicer area for it. That's what I'd like to do, but there's more than one, see, and they all look the same naturally. So it's hard to tell which one's really getting into what, or maybe several of them. But I thought there was 3 of them around here. But I think the one that's causing the problems, it's not really done any major damage or anything. I'm afraid it's going to chew on some wires because it gets underneath the heat pump out there. But I don't really know if I wouldn't think there'd be wires underneath it, but there's some on the outside of it. I'm afraid it might chew up or something. But yeah, I think it's that one that lives in that big bush out front that's really coming in here and doing this and that. But I really believe the alarm here has kept it out of here. Okay, I got a little bit of friend mail here from my good friend Joe from Joe's Garden and Bees. Y'all check out his channel. He's got a fall garden going on right now you wouldn't believe. He's planted it all. I mean, it's not all grown up yet or anything, but he's got lots of stuff. It'd be nice to check it out. He's a real great guy, so check out his channel. But he sent me a few things. I just thought I'd show them. I really think this is neat. you put seeds in it here, and then it's got different little holes right in here, and there you can see a little one. So you move it to the size of the seed you have. You put them in here, and then you just shake it a little bit until you get one out, and you can plant them pretty much one at a time. Or at least you'd have just several of them in there. I think more than one might come out of some of them, but this would be a good way. I don't know, that hole's pretty small. Maybe just one would come out at a time, it looks like. But anyway, that's really awesome there. And I heard him say you can get those on Amazon. And then he's growing, got some tomatoes growing that you can plant later in the season because they'll be okay up until frost, you know. And even after frost, I covered mine, I don't know how many times, and they still, you know, were alive. It kind of smashed the tops of the plants down, but it didn't damage them. These are from Reimer Seeds, and it's called Heatwave 2 Tomato. Heatwave 2. They can take the heat, the hotter temperatures and stuff. They're really super small seeds. I was like, wow, those are really small. But that, you know, it doesn't matter. A small seed grows a big plant. And then he's got some okra growing that is, I don't know, it's like 10 feet tall. I mean, mine's okay out there, but it's not like that, like 10 feet tall. It's called Texas Hill Country Red Okra. And he's, you know, saving seeds. I've got a lot of pepper seeds mainly. Is about all I got that I saved so far. So, but yeah, those are nice looking seeds. And I appreciate it, Joe. I'll definitely be planting these next year, and I'll definitely be using this little doohickey, I guess you'd call it, for the seeds. So just thought I'd show you that little bit of friend mail. I appreciate it, Joe. We talk to each other a lot about our gardens, help each other out. Okay. That's a friend mail. I fixed, we were going to have that casserole last night, but I fixed Fiesta beef pie, and Joy fixed a salad. And she cut up all the vegetables like for the Fiesta beef pie, and it was just great. I did a little short. Y'all check it out. Tonight, I'm going to fix some homemade breaded chicken tenders. We're going to have the mac and cheese from Aldi, and I think I still got some slaw mix left. If I do, I'm going to fix some slaw. That'll be really good. I got enough questions yesterday for Ask My Tablet, everyone. So I'll be doing an Ask My Tablet today. I don't know what else besides that, though. But I will be doing that. So if you haven't checked out Ask My Tablet, definitely check it out. Definitely. It's a good show. Interesting. Okay. Ready for today's tidbits, everyone. Vostok, the lake buried under ice. Antarctica's Lake Vostok is about 143 mile long, 31 mile wide, and 800 meter deep. Why did they tell miles, and then meters? That doesn't make sense. It's one of the world's largest subglacial lakes, a lake found under a glacier. Once a large surface lake near the South Pole in the East Antarctica ice sheet, Lake Vostok is now buried under more than 2 miles of ice near Russia's Vostok Research Station. Wow. 2 miles. This is how Iceland was formed. Iceland in Europe is 18 to 25 million years old and one among the youngest countries in the world. Iceland's formation started 60 million years ago when the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, the boundary between the North American tectonic plates and the Eurasian tectonic plate, started to give way to the mantle plume area under the rocky outer layer of Earth. In 1961, powerful EF3 tornado hits Houston. Hurricane Carla rocked the central U.S. 60 years ago on September 11. It spawned a powerful tornado that hit Channelview outside of Houston in Texas. The EF3 tornado destroyed 18 homes and 6 commercial buildings on its way. It also tossed cars up to 100 yards. As per estimates, the tornado injured 22 people and caused damages worth $200,000. More bad air days in Salt Lake County this summer. According to KUER, a public radio station in Salt Lake County, Utah, there have been more bad air days than usual this summer. Compared to the last 6 years, the county experienced a 50% rise in poor air quality days this year. Even though Utah's wildfire season has been relatively calm, smoke from nearby states has blown in, making things worse. Mysterious ring spotted around sun in Singapore. A ring of light was spotted around the sun in Singapore on Wednesday. The mysterious ring had a radius of about 22 degrees around the sun. This beautiful natural phenomenon is known as the Sonderhof, or 22-degree halo. According to EarthSky, it is caused by sunlight breaking millions of hexagonal ice crystals floating in the atmosphere. In a January disaster that shook Washington. In late January 1922, a blizzard swept through the mid-Atlantic region of the U.S. The roof of the famous Knickerbocker Theater, located in the Adams Morgan neighborhood, collapsed under the weight of nearly 2 feet of snow. The theater was functional only from 1917. About 98 people were crushed to death beneath the fallen timbers and roof concrete. Oh man, that's awful. A semicircular fall created by volcanic eruption. The semicircular Iguazu waterfall spanned across the border between Brazil and Argentina in South America. It formed as a result of a volcanic eruption that left a large crack in the earth. The spectacular waterfall system consists of 275 falls along 1.67 miles. The water produces a thundering sound when falling into the 80 meters high canyon. Wow. Global warming impacts Earth's albedo. Albedo measures how much the sun's energy is reflected back into space by Earth. Global warming has a negative impact on albedo. As a result, heat gets trapped within Earth's atmosphere, leading to sea ice. Ice formed from salty ocean water melt. As sea ice decreases, less energy is reflected into space and Earth warms up even more. Well, that's really good. Hurricane Larry hits Canadian province, makes landfall. Hurricane Larry hit Canada overnight yesterday and made deadly landfall on southeastern Newfoundland. Powerful winds, torrential rains, and an unexpectedly high storm surge from the hurricane knocked down power throughout St. John's and the surrounding area. Larry had 74 mile per hour winds and around 112 mile per hour gusts as of 3:14 NT. And small U.S. towns that offer best fall foliage view. That's the last one too. Fall offers a magical view of the vibrant red, orange, and yellow foliage. A road trip to some small towns in the U.S. can give you this sight. Oakland, Maryland, Taos, New Mexico, Nashville, Indiana, Lake Placid, New York, Munising, Michigan, Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and Lenox, Massachusetts are some of the best places to see fall foliage. Oh, at Gatlinburg, it's really nice. We've been there a bunch of times. Pigeon Forge too. All right, everybody, that's it for today's Tidbits, and that's going to be it for this morning's coffee break. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody have a great day. Like I said, I know I'm doing Ask My Tablet, but I don't know what else today, so we'll just have to see how it goes. Everybody have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. God bless.